So the rabbis have this joke. Now, I gotta warn you, rabbi jokes are maybe a little bit worse than dad jokes, but it proves an important point. So the rabbis have this joke that as God was creating the world, he had bags of different things, like a bag of sand and a bag of rocks, right? And he spreads those throughout the earth. As he gets over Israel, he's putting down the rocks, and his bag breaks. Poof, rocks everywhere. If you've ever been to Israel, you know what I mean, especially in the southern part, there are rocks everywhere. Like, my feet were sore for days after climbing on all of these rocks. And so this week's 3-minute teaching is from Matthew 7, verses 24 through 27. And in this end of the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus talks about the wise man and the foolish man, the man who hears the words of God and puts them into practice, and the one who hears the words and does it. And he likens the wise man to building on the rock and the foolish man building on the sand. Now, we can go and say, Jesus, like, we build on sand, and actually that's better than building upon the rock, right? We can get our foundation in there good, backfill it, all that other stuff. But for us to understand Jesus, I want to tell a made-up story about a man named Yosef and Yaakov. First of all, Yosef. Yosef needs to go build a house. And so he's in the southern part of Israel and knows that it's rock. And so he is chiseling away at the rock. Tink, 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 for 4 days. I mean, he is sweating because it is hot there. He's sweating away, and up comes Yaakov. Yaakov looks at Yosef and is like, he's been here for 4 days and he barely has 2 out of his 4 posts done. Yeah, I don't want to build here. So he starts looking around. He's looking around. He's like, oh, it looks like there's sand over there. So I'm going to go over there. Now he has to go down a little bit, but doesn't think anything of it. And he goes down and he starts digging. Boom, boom, boom. 4 posts done one day. Next day, he puts the top on, the sides on. And now he is enjoying the shade. Like, he's like, this is the life. Look at Yosef up there, man. He's crazy. Like, he is sweating away, and Yosef is up there chiseling away. Tink, 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 tink. Chiseling away, chiseling away. 4 more days he chisels away. Finally has his 4 posts done. And he's so tired. He's so tired that he's like, okay, I guess it's going to take me a couple days to get the top on and the sides on. And so he finally gets it on. And so Yaakov decides he's going to go up to Yosef, and they're going to hang out in Yosef's house because he's finally there. And as they're hanging out, it's blue skies where they are, perfectly blue skies. And there's some slight dark clouds way off in the distance, but I'm not thinking anything of it. And all of a sudden, they're sitting there, they start to hear this rumble. And it gets louder and louder and louder. And all of a sudden, they see this wall of water heading towards Yaakov's house. And Yaakov is like, oh no, that's all my stuff. And the water hits it and pieces fly everywhere. See, where Jesus was from, the places where there is sand, they're in the dangerous valleys. And so Jesus is saying, yes, to hear my words and to put them into practice is tough work. It is tough work, but it's a solid foundation for which your life won't fall apart when the tough times come. But the other one takes the easy way out, right? Hears it, but doesn't do it. Because the words of Jesus are hard. They're difficult to do. See, notice it. Jesus never says, hey, the one who built this house upon the rock built a stronger house. No. Same house, different foundation. Same thing for us. If we build our lives upon hearing the word of God and doing it, we will build our houses upon the rocks. Because here's the thing, storms will come. Storms have come in my life. I know storms will continue. And he's saying, build your life upon me and my word. Build it upon the solid foundation. See, Jesus is inviting us into a life of flourishing, that even when the hard times come, even when the rains fall, the streams rise, and the water hits our lives, we will stand firm. Jesus is inviting us into a way of flourishing.